This is Democracy Talk within Dallas, Texas. It has been 45 years of keeping the hope alive. With all these educated people who are admired around the world, it has been incredibly difficult to bring the needed change. If you enjoy the remarks, please like, subscribe and share.
Povo yaramba,
Povo yaramba,
povo yaramba, povo yaramba, povo yaramba, povo yaramba, povo yaramba, povo yaramba. This is not a usual song that a pastor starts off with. Tinadzo dzatinoimba mumachechi asi iko kamboke kuti povo yaramba zvemadhisinyongoro akasi kamboka akaipa. It's not a bad song, it's not the devil's song. It is a song that expresses the sentiment of the people. It is a song that expresses where the soul of a person is. In fact, that song would be a song that would be fitting even in the day of Jesus. That we will not put up with a system that oppresses people. Kuti hatingarambi tichigamuchira vanhu nenzira dzekutonga dzinodzvanyirira vanhu. As a pastor, that's what speaks to my heart. That when a person who is in leadership begins to use their privileged position to oppress a people, when that person begins to become an oppressor and yet they started off as a liberator, then there is a cause for people like myself. I'll start off ndichatanga ndimbokuudzai, and I won't take long so that we can have our discussion. Nekuti chinangwa changu, my job is to come and unite together with the citizens of Zimbabwe, and indeed those who have become citizens of Zimbabwe by passion, like my sister over here, and by purpose. Ndo basa rangu rekutizo, ngatichifamba isusu, we have now discovered, tadzidza iye zvino kuti izvo, chombo chatinacho, the weapon that we have as citizens is the one of unity. This is our very big weapon, and the beauty about this weapon is that it is a weapon that we don't have to smuggle into the country under darkness. We bring it in broad daylight. We unite in broad daylight. That's what I love about what we are doing as Zimbabweans. My story begins with a little video that I shot on the 20th of April 2016. Pavideo iyoyi ndaitsanangura kuti izvo inini ndinoshamisika, zvinondirwadza. It surprises me, I said in this video, that in my nation it seems as if when someone wants to do something, it is their own nation that stands in their way. Zvinondishamisa kuti izvo kunyika kwedu kuZimbabwe inyika yedu inotidzivisa kuti tivake upenyu hwedu semaZimbabweans. And I remember I looked at the flag, the Zimbabwe flag. Many people have asked me, how did you come up with the concept of the flag? I was looking at this flag sitting at my desk, and I began to realize that this flag makes a promise. Kuti mureza unoyu une vimbiso kwandiri semwana weZimbabwe. Zvino I began to look kuti saka vimbiso yacho iripo. Where is the promise that this flag makes? If indeed I live in a liberated country, those that went to the war, what did they fight for, and do I have that? As a Christian, I understand that when Jesus laid his life down, he did so that I could have access to the Father. And I see a parallel with my nation. My fathers and my grandfathers, when they went to war, they laid their lives down so that people like me could live in a country that is free of oppression. And yet the very oppression that these men and women fought for is my daily bread. That's what I live on every single day. These people have become worse. My fathers tell me vanamukanya vanondiudza ava kuti aiwa chausingazive mwana wevhu ndechekuti kudzvanyirirwa kwauri kuitwa izvezvi kutori wese kwakatoshata kupfuura zvataitwa isusu nanasini. So my question is, saka makarwirei ndai mukanya? Makarwirei? Ropa rakadeukirei? Why did those people lose their lives? Zimbabwe is a shame because of what these people, what our government since 1980 has done to Zimbabwe. It is a shame to those people that gave their lives for Zimbabwe. And so, Kwandiri, it becomes a personal duty and a personal job. That my country, when people talk about Zimbabwe, just the other day, on CNN just the other day, I've seen it going around on social media. The top 10 countries, kunonzi kunorwadza kugara. Zimbabwe is number 3 in the top 10. And I can see when you complain about social media, when you complain on CNN, and they're shouting at CNN, they're saying you are lying, that's not true. It's not them. Look, they could be lying, and I'm with you. They could have gotten their facts right. But the very fact that we're considered to appear on such lists means that there's something wrong at home.
Yes, right. Yes.
And so for me, I sat down and I looked at this flag, and this is where my story starts. And I said, this flag has made a promise to me and my family. Mureza unoi wandipa bimbiso. Kuna sekuru vangu havana kuiona bimbiso yacho. Baba vangu havana kuiona bimbiso yacho. My father did not see the fulfillment of the promise that this flag makes. And now I'm 39. And at 39 years old, I cannot show you a trace of the fulfillment of the promise that this flag has in my own home. As a Zimbabwean, it is tragic, it is a shame, it is an embarrassment that most of us, most Zimbabweans, most regular Zimbabweans are more successful outside of the borders of Zimbabwe than inside. Tinobudirira kana tatobuda muZimbabwe. Bvunzai vana veZimbabwe vakawanda mari yavo yavanoita mari kana vambobuda munyika. Panodzoka kungodzoka unokamwa nenyika yako kusvika wapera. Do you know how many Zimbabweans I know who have decided to go back home from the diaspora, and within 12 months of relocating, they have lost everything that they took back home with, only to pack up their bags and go back to South Africa, and go back to England, and go back to the United States? Because Zimbabwe has become the kind of chicken that only broods over its eggs so that it can eat them herself. It is a truth that we don't want to hear. Asi Zimbabwe ihuku inodya mazai ayo, inokandira mazai yomachengeta, asati abuda mazai, asati before they hatch, asati achochonya inobva yadya. Twacho tunochochonya inogara yakatutarisa neziso kuti pauchakandira nichadya twako futi. This is what this hen has done to us. That when we have survived its brutalness towards us, and we have laid our own eggs of dreams, our eggs of our children, our eggs of a future that we want, it goes after even those particular eggs and says to us, I've only kept you alive so you can keep laying for me to eat. Now we can't allow this to go on. Zvinhu zvakadai hatingaregere zvichienderera mberi. It must become the job of every Zimbabwean. Ngarive basa remuZimbabwean wese kuti ndiri mupenyu handichada handichatya tajamuka sezvipiro. We won't have it. We won't have it. They did not see the promise. They were not there at independence. They were not there to vote as others did. As if they went on until the end. This is the same thing newe. It must become now institutional memory yatinopavana kuti izvo usarega nyika ichidamburwa wakatarisa. Ini baba vako kana mai vako, if me, your father or your mother never succeeded freeing Zimbabwe, it is part of the legacy that I'm leaving for you. You will always fight for this nation.
Yes.
We made a mistake. And I know that we all acknowledge the mistake.
Yes.
Patakakanya tese tinopadzima. Pane mwaka wakauya watakanyarara. A season came where we kept quiet. A season came where we said, haisi dambudziko rangu, haisi problem yangu. A season came where we disassociated ourselves from Zimbabwe. And she fell sick. Mother Zimbabwe vagotanga kurwara. Vamwe ndokuti izvo zvinotoni. Vamwe vakati hai mbovasiyai timboona vanenge vanokwanisa kuzopora. And others said, no, we think she'll be okay. Why don't we just watch from a distance? Vakakosora. Vapedza kukosora ndokutanga kunzwa uri musoro. And then began to cough blood, and then eventually vagopfugama. Until now, she is, I don't even know whether to call it intensive care unit or is it's changova chideme, as Mkanya was saying, zvanzizo achakwanisi zoti mamvemve kana kuti mamvemve. Munoziva kana mukaona munhu anokwanisa kutora mvemve oribvarura west kuti rive mvemve remvemve. So this is how I find myself, a docile young man, a timid young man, taught to be quiet all the years of his life. If you ever ask why something is wrong, we are people that have been taught to shh, but I cannot allow the people that took my grandfather's dreams for a better Zimbabwe, the people that took my father's dreams for a better Zimbabwe, the people that have taken my dreams for a better Zimbabwe. I can't allow the same people to take my daughter's dreams for a better Zimbabwe. It is just not justifiable anymore. Across 4 generations, the same person, the same idea. It's either we are completely stupid or that one person is extremely smart. I refuse to believe the latter. So, ndosaka zviri kunzi namukanya nyaya iyi, this is haisi nyaya yekutamba nayo. Ndozava vanhu vari kuzviitira kunge ifashion, kunge zviri kunakidza, kunge zvinhu zvinongoitwa paFacebook zvatinongoitawo tichiseka. Vadikani, nyaya inoyi inyaya yekuti izvo tikasanyatsokuinzwisisa inouya ikaenda semhepo inopfuura nemashizha. This is a very serious case. And we are at a place as Zimbabweans, tasvika panzvimbo yekuti izvo tanyatsokunzwisisa ndo zvinotinakidza kuti maZimbabweans vese vanzwisisa kuti aiwa kana tichiti enough is enough, zvakwana sokwanele, we now know what we mean. So it became my job to say that if I am going to fight for my family, then it means I must also speak up for my nation. So that is my story. And this is what has gotten me here. Ndozvandisvitsawo panzvimbo yandiri pano. Nzvimbo yekuti unotaurwa nemutungamiriri wenyika achiti izvo hakuna nzvimbo yake munhu akafanana naMawarire ngaabve pano. Chinondifadza ndechekuti izvo chizvarwa cheZimbabwe chabva chadzwa nyaya iyoyo chikati aiwaka, if you do that, the Zimbabweans now have said an injustice to one is an injustice to all. And this is what I love about Zimbabwe. The day that I was in court, thousands of people that I didn't call, I didn't phone them, all came, not for me, but they came for Zimbabwe's future. They realized that if we allow this to carry on, we will lose this future. And that is what we can't allow to be taken from us. No. Young men and young women, old men and old women in Zimbabwe right now are all on the front line. And they said they wake up every single morning, every single day. Vachiziva kuti izvo kwatiri kuenda tiri kunoshanda asi tiri kunorwa. My friends Patson Zamara, Sten Zorwadza, Promise Mkwananzi, a lot of young people that I know, who are there in the wings, who are helping us now with the history of where we have come from, helping us now with the history, teaching us now some of the characters of some of the people that we are dealing with. When someone who is 92 years old can no longer have the heart to hear a 30-year-old who says, Baba ndine nzara, and he says, you know that there is a problem. Some daughter I say mwanaye. Ndosaka vamwe vacho vakutanga kuta kuti zotaka takupfumbata zvibhakira kana makudaro. Baba avarowe. This is what we are avoiding and trying to avoid in Zimbabwe. We don't want a war. We don't want to fight. No. But each time our people come out on the street, each time we speak out and we say enough is enough, we are struggling. Each time we say, Kutizo, Vanababa Veda Nambuya Vedu, who built this country, Vakashandra NRZ, Vaishandira Muma government departments from the 80s to the 90s, and put away pensions. Now I've got nothing anymore to eat and nothing to live on. And we are fighting for them. Nemans Vedu, Yovan Horamba Kuterera, Votanza, Bible, Makaguta, Stereki Mim. These are the same people who have looked at our brothers and sisters in the diaspora, yourselves, and they've said your voice has got no part in building Zimbabwe. Imimi manje ndimi murikunza hamuna chekuita neZimbabwe. Hanzi makatiza. Konai munoti makatiza naye makuru. Ko imimi makati promise mabasa 2.2 million. Apana kana one ramakati pabasa. Munofunga kuti kurarama nei. Let me tell you how we have been surviving. We have been surviving because our brothers and our sisters, our mothers and our grandfathers who left Zimbabwe, crossed borders, jumped onto aeroplanes with their savings and left. Those are the people that have been sending us money back home that keeps us alive. Over $1.5 billion in remittances from the diaspora has oiled Zimbabwe's economy, which is completely unproductive. You see, it is a division tactic. It is trying to get those of us at home to hate you who are here. Enough is enough. You can't divide us anymore. This time you can't separate us. You can't separate us. And this is what we are refusing in this time. You can't play us one against the other. So, as I finish, we are discovering that our strength is in our numbers, in our unity. And not just unity, but also in united action. On the 6th of June 2016, Zimbabweans did something in Zimbabwe that we haven't done in a long time together. We were able to do one thing at the same time all over the country. Everyone did not go to work. We stayed at home. It gave us the knowledge that we are the ones that control. We are the ones in power. We are the bosses. We are the ones that appoint. And we are the ones that have the power to remove one from office, but we must act together at the same time. And let no man fool you into saying, well, you know what, Mawarire has left Zimbabwe, so this flag has died in other movements. Contrary to popular belief, we are stronger and more united right now than we have ever been before. Our resolve is one that is unprecedented. This is why, if the movement has died, then tell me, government, why are you restricting access to information? If indeed this flag and the many movements have died, why are you crafting laws? You are crafting laws to try and arrest people that are exercising their constitutional right. I was talking to my friend Munatsi today, and he says to me, Bundis, I think we should rewrite one of